My first IT job was through the campus recruiting. We had a lot of companies come in and conduct interviews, and from there we were selected. It was coincidental. My first job was, or my career choice was primarily being a woman, being a woman in India. My goal was to get a job. It didn't matter technology, non-technology. I'm talking so many years ago. So when I saw the computer science degree, I realized that is something that I can complete and get a job immediately. And so I took the job. And since then, I have been loving it. For a career switch from a non-technology or non-IT job to an IT job, the first thing you have to understand is technology. So get your hands dirty. A hands-on technologist is far more successful than a non-hands-on person. So I would say just learn about technology, get your hands dirty in the IT operations, learn about what happens in the back, learn about sausage making, learn about all the dirty details. And those are the kind of things that will help you understand what it takes to do that job and then make that switch. So future-proofing your own job is not something new at this time. Technology has always been an evolving thing, and we all had to learn that. Prior to ERPs, there were no ERPs, so we were building those software. Then the transformation happened and ERP softwares came in. CRM came in, so application came in. Then from on-prem, we moved to cloud. Now it's all generative AI or some sort of AI. One key advice I would give is keep 20% of your time every week to be learning. So block your 20% time of your calendar and just focus on learning new skills, making sure that you apply those new skills into your workspace continuously and protect that 20% time. If you are able to do that, then you can stay ahead or stay in lockstep with the technology evolving. The main thing I would call out is pivot your resume to show the business value, the impact you bring. It's not about the work that you have done. Yes, you've done a phenomenal job and that's why you were hired. That's why you were in the job. But what the work that you did, what's the impact on your customer? What's the impact on employees? What's the impact on the business? If you are able to articulate your work in the business terms with the metrics, that's how you improve your resume. It doesn't matter whether you are junior or mid or late career. It doesn't matter. When applying for a job, there are gazillion applications happen for every job. How do you stand out is by finding connections for those jobs. Finding somebody who can sponsor you or who can refer you for that job. That is the first step. The main step is to be able to have that first round of introduction, first round of interview. After that, it's your skill set and how you're able to manage the interview and going through it. The main thing is to getting to that first stage of interview, and that first stage of interview is through connections. So building your network in your job and making sure that you have sponsors, mentors, connections built around you. So when you're looking for a job next time, then they are the people who can recommend you for those positions. People who are looking for a job right now in this environment, everything is about AI. So if you're able to articulate how you have built your skills around AI, because AI is fairly new, and how you have been able to apply the AI in your current job, or how you think you can apply AI in your new job, you will stand out. Because we are trying to find the connection between the AI and your day-to-day work, how you can leverage that new technology new ways of working to be able to show the productivity, growth, and all of the other stuff, the impact to the business. You have to find connections within the company to understand the culture of the company. And once you understand the culture of the company, or get snippets of the culture of the company, you would know whether the company values IT, how much they value, and if that's the company that aligns with your ways of working and your thinking. So when looking for a company where you want to apply, again, it goes back to finding people in that company and talking to them. It's a two-way interview process. They are interviewing you and you are interviewing them. It's like dating. Both sides look at each other, and then if it is a good match, then we move forward. In order to do that, to do all that due diligence, you will have to figure out the culture, the leadership environment, the vision of the company, if you can glean anything from their websites or talking to people internally, and then see whether it aligns with your ways of working. The way I keep myself up to date is, first of all, I will go back to that 20%. So I do keep 20% of my time locked down, where I learn, where I go read, research, do in-depth analysis of the new trends. Second thing is sign up for email and newsletters from certain areas. And then in the morning, first thing, read through all of this, like reading news. And those news headlines will give you what's happening in the world, what are the new trends, and you start to build your knowledge, and then you can pick the articles that you want to do deep dive on, and that 20% time you can do deep dive on. As a hiring manager, yes, certifications are important for the folks in specific areas. Not all, but there are certain specific areas where it is very, very important. I will list a few of those. In the IT operations side, in the Salesforce data, those are evolving fields. And in order to be able to articulate the certification that shows us that you're keeping up with the newest and greatest technology changes and advances that are happening. Yeah, so the ITIL process is evolving as well. And most of the IT organizations are moving towards product operating model. What that means is we are trying to change ourselves to be more like engineering organization, where we are, regardless of whether our application is SaaS or whether our application is custom built or on-prem, we're turning those into product life cycle is what is we are all starting to think about. That's the evolution is happening. And with that, ITIL framework is not going away, but it is evolving. So mixing of product lifecycle and ITIL, that's where the future is heading towards. There are certain practices within the IT organization that you cannot get away from, even if you move to 100% of product operating model. Three types of IT team culture I have seen in my career. One of the culture is about what we call is an order taker culture. Oh, I will do it because business asked me to do it, and I will just heads down and I'll do it. And we call it order taker culture. The other one is a very cost-focused culture, where my primary goal is to keep my cost of running IT as a very, very small, constantly measuring our total cost with the revenue and doing those benchmarking. The third culture is where the transformation is happening, and you're moving and you're transforming and innovation is happening. when you're interviewing, understand which environment works for you. I'm not saying one is bad, one is wrong, right. Both, all three cultures are okay depending on where the company is. Understanding those cultures during the interview, asking some pointed questions around those, and then really analyzing which environment is the right environment for you, and then moving forward from there. That I would say is a good way to see what's the culture and whether it aligns with your ways of working and your aspirations.